The classic detective series Columbo, 1971–1978, captivated audiences with its clever mysteries and unforgettable characters, led by Peter Falk's iconic portrayal of the rumpled detective. But behind the success of this beloved show lies a collection of real-life stories that are as compelling as the episodes themselves. Many of the 34 cast members faced their own trials and tragedies, with several experiencing unexpected and heartbreaking ends. From famous guest stars to recurring faces, each actor's life story adds another layer to Columbo's legacy. Join us as we uncover the poignant journeys of these talented individuals, celebrating their contributions while remembering the tragic ways their lives ended. Bruce Kirby, born on April 28, 1925, was a veteran actor best known for his portrayal of Sergeant George Kramer in Columbo. His character was an LAPD officer who frequently worked alongside Columbo, often providing a contrast to the detective's unorthodox methods. Bruce Kirby had a long and distinguished career in both film and television, with appearances in shows like Hill Street Blues and MASH Star. He also starred in films like The Sting, 1973, and A Few Good Men, 1992. Over the course of his career, Kirby became known for his steady presence in reliable character roles. His personal life was marked by his marriage to Carell, with whom he had 2 children. However, tragedy struck when his younger son died in a car accident in 1987. Kirby was deeply affected by the loss, but he continued to work and provide for his family. Despite the personal hardships, Kirby remained a beloved figure in Hollywood. He lived to the age of 95, passing away on January 24, 2021, from natural causes. Peter Falk, born on September 16, 1927, was an American actor whose name became synonymous with the beloved TV character Lieutenant Columbo. The role, which he portrayed brought him widespread recognition and critical acclaim. Falk's portrayal of Columbo was so iconic that he became a staple of television, with the show remaining a classic to this day. Falk's career was a remarkable journey, spanning decades in film, television, and theater. In addition to Columbo, Falk starred in films like The Princess Bride, 1987, Murder by Death, 1976, and A Woman Under the Influence, 1974, for which he received an Academy Award nomination. He had a challenging personal life. His first marriage to Alice Mayo lasted 16 years, and the couple had 2 daughters. His second marriage, to Shara Danese in 1977, was much longer and ended with his death in 2011. Falk's personal life took a difficult turn as he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease in the early 2000s, which led to his gradual decline. On June 23, 2011, Peter Falk passed away at the age of 83 due to complications from pneumonia and Alzheimer's disease. Fred Draper was born on September 2, 1923, and is perhaps best known for his role as the cab driver in the 1971 Columbo episode Ransom for a Dead Man. Draper's career in Hollywood was marked by his versatility and his talent for portraying ordinary, often gritty characters with nuance and authenticity. Over the years, he worked with a range of actors, most notably John Cassavetes, and appeared in a variety of television shows and films. Despite his success, Draper's personal life was not without its struggles. He had 2 marriages, both of which ended in divorce. Draper was known to have suffered from financial difficulties in his later years, which caused him much stress. Although he had children from his marriages, he became somewhat estranged from them as they grew older, and he led a more solitary life in his final years. Draper's health began to decline in the late 1990s, and he battled heart problems for several years. Sadly, Fred Draper passed away on December 26, 1999, at the age of 76, due to complications from heart failure. Mike Lally, born on June 1, 1900, had a long and varied career in Hollywood, but he is perhaps best remembered for his brief but memorable role as a bartender in the 1972 Columbo episode Dead Weight. Although his appearance was minor, Lally brought a seasoned authenticity to the role that added depth to the show. He had a rich history in film and television, appearing in a number of well-known productions such as The Twilight Zone, The Untouchables, and Perry Mason. Throughout his career, he worked alongside many big names in Hollywood, but his role in Columbo remains a standout moment in his long career. Lally was known to be a private man, and very little is known about his personal life. He was married, but there are few details about his family or children. Mike Lally's career was marked by consistent work and respect within the industry. He passed away quietly on February 15, 1985, at the age of 84. Vito Scotti, born on January 26, 1918, in Italy, is remembered for his versatile acting career, which spans several decades. He played the role of Chadwick in the 1973 Columbo episode, Double Exposure, which was one of many memorable roles throughout his career. Known for his ability to portray a wide range of ethnic characters, Scotti's career included both comedic and dramatic roles in a variety of television shows and films. He was a fixture in Hollywood, appearing in popular shows like The Odd Couple, I Spy, and The Monkees. However, despite his career success, Scotti's personal life was marked by tragedy. He went through a difficult divorce late in life, which affected him deeply. The separation left him feeling emotionally drained, and he became estranged from his son. Scotti also faced a battle with lung cancer in his final years, a disease he fought valiantly but ultimately succumbed to. His death on June 5, 1996, at the age of 78, was a sad end to a long and fruitful career. John Finegan was born on August 18, 1926, and he is best remembered for his role as the first workman in the 1972 Columbo episode, The Most Crucial Game. While his role was relatively small, it was integral to the atmosphere of the series. Finegan's career in Hollywood spanned decades, with roles in both film and television. He often worked alongside Peter Falk, and his character roles ranged from blue-collar workers to minor but significant figures in the narratives. Throughout his career, Finegan was well known for his professionalism and steady work ethic, though he never became a household name. In his personal life, he remained private and never married, dedicating most of his time to his career. He had a few close friendships with colleagues, particularly those in the Columbo cast, but he lived much of his life alone. His later years were marked by poor health, and in his final years, he suffered from various complications, including a severe bout of pneumonia. John Finegan passed away on July 29, 2012, at the age of 85, due to pneumonia and the natural decline associated with old age. Val Avery was born on July 14, 1924, in the United States. He is best known for his role as Artie Jessup in the 1971 Columbo episode, Dead Weight. Artie, a petty criminal, inadvertently gets caught up in a murder investigation, bringing a mix of vulnerability and guilt to his character. Avery's career spanned decades, with notable roles in The Untouchables and The Twilight Zone. However, his personal life was far from simple. Val was married 3 times, though little is known about his first 2 wives. His third marriage to actress Cora Sue Collins in 1955 was a long one, though the couple did not have children. Avery faced several tragic events in his life, including the passing of his dear friend and fellow actor, Jack Cassidy, in 1976 in a tragic fire. Avery was also deeply affected by the sudden death of his close friend, actor Robert Culp, in 2010, just months before his own passing. On December 12, 2009, Val Avery died at the age of 85 from natural causes. Robert Culp, born on August 16, 1930, was an iconic actor known for his role as Dr. Bart Keppel in Columbo's 1973 episode, Double Exposure. Dr. Keppel, a manipulative psychologist, uses subliminal messaging to commit murder, creating an eerie sense of menace. Culp's career spanned television and film, with notable roles in I Spy and Greatest American Hero. His personal life, however, was marked by personal difficulties. Culp was married twice, first to actress Candace Daly, and later to Barbara Culp, with whom he had 3 children. He faced struggles in his personal relationships, often being described as a deeply introspective man who could be difficult to connect with emotionally. His career continued to flourish, but his personal troubles remained a consistent undercurrent. The death of his longtime friend, Jack Cassidy, left a void in his life, further deepening his sense of loss. Robert Culp passed away on March 24, 2010, at the age of 79, after suffering a heart attack while on a walk in Hollywood. Jack Cassidy, born on March 5, 1927, was a celebrated American actor known for his portrayal of Ken Franklin in the Columbo episode, Murder by the Book, 1971. Franklin, a successful yet devious mystery writer, commits murder to ensure the success of his career. Cassidy's ability to switch between charm and cold-blooded villainy made him one of the most memorable antagonists in the series. Beyond Columbo, Cassidy was recognized for his roles in Broadway productions and television. In his personal life, Cassidy experienced much turmoil. He married actress Evelyn Ward in 1956, and they had a son, David Cassidy, who would later become a famous singer and actor. However, their marriage ended in divorce in 1959. Jack's romantic life saw more complications, including a high-profile affair with actress Diane Carell. Cassidy's life took a dark turn when, on December 12, 1976, he tragically died in a fire at the age of 49. The cause of the fire was suspected to be accidental, possibly resulting from his own intoxication, adding a heartbreaking chapter to his life that had already been marked by emotional struggles. Richard Stahl was born on January 4, 1932, and his role as the ballistics man in the 1972 Columbo episode, Double Exposure, showcased his talents in a role that required precision and attention to detail. Stahl's ability to portray meticulous professionals made him a standout in many television shows, and he was known for his comedic roles in series like The Mary Tyler Moore Show and Seinfeld. While Stahl had a lengthy and successful career, his personal life was marked by his struggle with Parkinson's disease, a battle he fought for 10 years. He had a family and was married to his wife for many years, but their relationship faced difficulties as his health deteriorated. Tragically, his condition worsened, and Stahl passed away on June 18, 2006, at the age of 74. His death left a void in the acting world, particularly among the close-knit community of character actors who had worked alongside him throughout his career. Bart Burns was born on March 13, 1918, and portrayed a dedicated detective in the 1971 Columbo episode. Burns' character was a crucial part of the investigation in the episode, bringing a sense of methodical precision to the mystery. Burns had a long and varied career, with memorable appearances in many shows and films over the years. He married young, but his first marriage ended in a bitter divorce, and he later remarried, but his second marriage was also fraught with tension. The couple had 2 children, but Bart's dedication to his work left little time for his family, and his relationships with his children became strained. Burns was also deeply affected by the deaths of 2 close colleagues, actors who had worked with him for years, one of whom was the beloved Jack Klugman. These losses marked a turning point in his life, and he struggled with depression and isolation in the years that followed. Despite these hardships, he continued to work in television until his health began to decline. Bart Burns passed away on July 17, 2007, at the age of 89, due to natural causes. Arlene Martell was born on April 14, 1936, and she became a familiar face in both television and film. She portrayed Gloria West in the 1972 Columbo episode, The Greenhouse Jungle, where she played the pretend girlfriend of the murder victim, Tony Goodland. Her role added a layer of complexity and intrigue to the plot, showcasing her talent for playing mysterious and multifaceted characters. Known as the Chameleon in Hollywood, Martell had a diverse career, appearing in a wide range of TV shows, including Star Trek, as a Vulcan officer, and The Outer Limits. Her career spanned decades, but her personal life was marked by challenges. She was married to actor Norman Abbott, with whom she had a son, but their relationship faced turmoil, leading to a divorce. In her later years, Martell faced severe health issues. She passed away on August 12, 2014, at the age of 78 due to complications from a heart attack. Her death came just months after the passing of one of her dear friends, actor Leonard Nimoy, further deepening the sense of loss within the Hollywood community. Patrick McGohan was born on March 19, 1928, and is widely recognized for his performance as Colonel Lyle C. Rumford in the 1974 Columbo episode, By Dawn's Early Light. Throughout his career, McGohan was known for his intense roles, particularly in The Prisoner, where he not only starred but also contributed as a writer and producer. His performances often explored themes of control, power, and rebellion, reflecting his personal beliefs in individual freedom and integrity. Despite being a well-respected actor, he found it difficult to reconcile his personal beliefs with the demands of fame. He had a tumultuous relationship with his family. McGohan was married to actress Joan Drummond, with whom he had 3 children. Although their marriage lasted until his death, McGohan was often absent due to his demanding career, which caused tension at home. In the 1990s, McGohan became deeply saddened by the loss of his close friend and The Prisoner co-star, Leo McKern, whose death hit him hard. Patrick McGohan passed away on January 13, 2009, at the age of 80, following a short battle with cancer. Ray Milland, born on January 3, 1907, was a prominent actor known for his role as Arthur Kennicott in Columbo's 1971 episode, Death Lends a Hand. Kennicott is a powerful and secretive newspaper magnate whose manipulative actions lead to a dark and complex murder plot. Milland's career spanned over 50 years, during which he won an Academy Award for The Lost Weekend, 1945. He became a respected actor in both film and television, known for his charm and versatility. On the personal front, Milland married actress Malvina Longfellow in 1932, and they had 2 children. However, their marriage was not without struggles. Milland faced his own battles with alcoholism, which sometimes affected his family life. The public loss of several of his colleagues over the years weighed heavily on him, particularly the death of his friend and fellow actor, John Farrow, in 1963. Milland's final years were marked by declining health, and after a long battle with lung cancer, he passed away on March 10, 1986, at the age of 79. Victor Izzy, born on December 23, 1923, had a long career in both film and television, with his most notable role being as Conroy in the 1974 Columbo episode. Izzy's role in Columbo added depth to the show's compelling narratives, as his character contributed significantly to the investigative process. Over the course of his career, Izzy appeared in numerous films and television series, including The Twilight Zone and Gunsmoke, and he became well known for his ability to blend into various roles, from sympathetic characters to menacing figures. Izzy's personal life remained largely private, though he was married and had children. His later years, however, were marked by struggles with health issues, and he faced personal challenges as well. Despite the obstacles, he continued to work in television and films until his death. Izzy passed away on January 20, 2014, at the age of 90. His death came as a loss to the entertainment world, as he had remained a respected figure in the industry for decades. And Frances was born on September 16, 1930. In the 1972 Columbo episode, A Stitch in Crime, she portrayed Nurse Sharon Martin, a character who becomes suspicious of Dr. Mayfield's actions, ultimately leading to her tragic fate. Frances's performance added a layer of emotional depth and urgency to the episode, making Nurse Martin's demise all the more impactful. Known for her work in Honey West, 1965 to 1966, Frances had a prolific career, often cast in roles that showcased her strength and intelligence. Unfortunately, her personal life was marked by hardships. She had a troubled marriage to actor and businessman, Bob Six, which ended in divorce. The couple had one daughter, baby Jane, but the divorce was painful for Frances. Her life was also deeply affected by the death of close friends, including her Honey West co-star, who passed away tragically in a car accident. In her later years, Frances battled various health issues, including complications from pancreatic cancer, which ultimately led to her death on January 2, 2011, at the age of 80. Wilfred Hyde White, born on May 12, 1903, is remembered for his portrayal of Kittering, Esq in the 1972 Columbo episode, Dagger of the Mind. Kittering, a refined and seasoned lawyer, becomes entangled in a complex murder mystery within the British theatre world. Hyde White's elegance and wit brought a sense of sophistication to the role, making it one of the standout performances of the series. Over the course of his long career, Hyde White appeared in numerous films and television shows, often portraying upper-crust characters with a dry sense of humor. In his personal life, he married actress Claire Elliott in 1934, and they had 2 children. Hyde White's family life seemed relatively stable, though he did experience the heartbreak of losing close friends, including actor and comedian Peter Sellers in 1980. Hyde White faced a health battle of his own in his later years. After being diagnosed with congestive heart failure, his condition worsened, and he passed away on May 6, 1991, at the age of 87. Ida Lupino, born on February 4, 1918, was a pioneering actress and director. She appeared in the 1972 Columbo episode Short Fuse as Doris Buckner, a strong-willed woman caught in a deadly family conspiracy. Lupino's performance added layers of intensity to the character, making her one of the standout figures in the episode. Lupino's career was remarkable for its versatility, as she seamlessly transitioned from acting to directing, a rare feat for women in Hollywood at the time. Some of her most notable directorial works include The Hitchhiker, 1953, and Outrage, 1950. While Lupino's professional life was filled with groundbreaking achievements, her personal life was marked by struggles. She had a tumultuous marriage to actor Howard Duff, which ended in divorce. Despite the divorce, Lupino remained close to her daughter, but her later years were marred by her battle with colon cancer. Her health worsened, and she passed away on August 3, 1995, at the age of 77. Tim O'Connor was born on July 3, 1927, and is best known for his role as Edward Lytton in the 1976 Columbo episode Old-Fashioned Murder. O'Connor had a varied career in film and television, with notable roles in The Scarecrow and Mrs. King and Peyton Place. He was a versatile actor, appearing in a wide range of genres. Despite his success, his personal life was marred by tragedy. He was married for over 30 years to his wife, actor and singer Sherry, and the couple had 3 children together. However, Tim faced a significant emotional toll when his son, Peter, was diagnosed with a life-threatening illness in the 1990s, which ultimately led to his death at the young age of 22. This loss devastated O'Connor, who struggled deeply with grief. The actor also dealt with the passing of his longtime colleague and friend, Richard Kiley, with whom he had shared the stage in several theater productions. Tim O'Connor passed away on April 5, 2018, at the age of 90, after a battle with colon cancer. Janette Nolan was born on December 30, 1911. She played Kate O'Connell in the 1973 Columbo episode The Conspirators. Kate was a sharp, perceptive woman who engaged with Columbo in a memorable exchange, demonstrating both wit and intelligence. Nolan, a respected figure in the acting world, was celebrated for her nuanced performances, particularly in the realm of westerns and film noir. Her career, which spanned over 6 decades, included iconic roles in The Big Valley and The Texans. Despite her professional success, Nolan's personal life was not without tragedy. She was married to actor John McIntyre for many years, and their union produced 2 children. However, the heartbreak came when McIntyre passed away in 1991 after a prolonged illness, leaving Nolan to cope with the loss of her lifelong partner. A few years later, Nolan also faced the devastation of losing several close friends from the industry. Her health declined after suffering a stroke in 1998, leading to her death on June 5, 1998, at the age of 86. Sorel B, born on January 4, 1930, portrayed Bertie Hastings in the 1974 Columbo episode, The Bye-Bye Sky High IQ Murder Case. Bertie Hastings, a kind-hearted yet bumbling accountant, inadvertently becomes involved in a murder plot. Known for his work on The Dukes of Hazzard, where he played the infamous Boss Hogg, Book's career spanned stage, film, and television. His personal life, however, was marked by struggles. Book had a marriage that ended in divorce, and while he had children, he often found the pressure of balancing his career and family life overwhelming. The loss of his close friend deeply affected him, as the two had shared a long history of working together in theater. In the final years of his life, Book faced a personal battle with colorectal cancer. He passed away on February 11, 1994, at the age of 64, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances but also the sadness of an early death due to his illness. John Denner was born on November 23, 1915, and is best known for his role as Commodore Otis Swanson in the 1976 Columbo episode, Last Salute to the Commodore. Denner's career spanned several decades, with numerous roles in both film and television, where he was known for his commanding voice and presence. He was a frequent guest star in shows like Gunsmoke and The Virginian. His personal life, however, was more complex. Denner was married 3 times and had 2 children. His first 2 marriages ended in divorce, leaving him with a sense of regret and loneliness that stayed with him throughout his life. John also experienced a great deal of sadness with the death of his longtime friend, which affected him deeply. Denner also suffered the loss of his second wife to cancer, an event that left him emotionally shattered. In his final years, Denner struggled with his health, and his battle with emphysema and diabetes ultimately took its toll. He passed away on February 4, 1992, at the age of 76. Cliff Carnell was born on February 12, 1932, and is best remembered for his role as Officer Wilson in the 1972 Columbo episode, Blueprint for Murder. Carnell's acting career was marked by consistent work in both television and film, often portraying characters that added authenticity and depth to the story. He worked with many notable actors and directors throughout his career, but his life was also shaped by deep personal struggles. Carnell had 2 marriages, both of which ended in divorce, and he remained estranged from his children in the years that followed. His personal life was affected by a battle with alcohol, which led to numerous failed relationships and periods of professional setbacks. He was also deeply impacted by the death of his close friend and fellow actor, whose passing left him reeling. As time went on, Carnell's health began to deteriorate, and he passed away on September 4, 1993, at the age of 61. Leslie Nielsen, born on February 11, 1926, played A.J. Henderson in the 1975 Columbo episode, Identity Crisis. Henderson, a CIA operative turned advertising executive, is wrapped up in a high-stakes espionage case. Nielsen's career skyrocketed after his role in Airplane and the Naked Gun series, where his deadpan humor made him a comedy legend. However, his personal life was filled with turbulence. He was married twice, and his first marriage ended in a highly publicized divorce. His second marriage to Barbary Earl was more stable, and they had 2 children. Despite this, Nielsen was no stranger to tragedy, particularly the passing of his brother in the 1970s, which devastated him. The impact of this loss lingered for years. Nielsen's health began to decline in his later years, and after a battle with pneumonia, he passed away on November 28, 2010, at the age of 84. His death was met with an outpouring of love from fans who remembered him fondly not only as a comedic genius but as someone who had experienced deep personal pain. James Gregory was born on December 23, 1911. In Columbo, he portrayed Coach Rizzo in the 1972 episode, The Most Crucial Game. Gregory had a long career in Hollywood, known for his versatile performances in both television and film. He appeared in notable series like The Twilight Zone and The Outer Limits, often playing characters that demanded a sense of authority. His personal life, however, was a series of ups and downs. Gregory was married twice, first to actress Nora Marlowe, with whom he had 2 children. His first marriage ended in divorce, and he later remarried, though this second union was also short-lived. Gregory's life was overshadowed by a deep loneliness after the death of his beloved sister in 1977, which he never fully recovered from. In his later years, Gregory also dealt with the loss of several friends, including actor and close friend, Sterling Hayden, whose passing affected him deeply. In the final years of his life, Gregory's health began to deteriorate, and he passed away on September 16, 2002, at the age of 90 due to natural causes. Robert Vaughn was born on November 22, 1932, and is best remembered for his role as Charlie Clay in the 1975 Columbo episode, Last Salute to the Commodore. Vaughn's career began in the 1950s, but he reached his greatest fame through the 1960s spy series The Man from UNCLE, where he played Napoleon Solo. His film and television career spanned decades, but his personal life was shadowed by tragedy. Vaughn married his first wife, actress Linda Staub, in 1974, and they had 2 children together. Despite the seemingly happy family life, Robert struggled with a history of addiction and bouts of depression, often finding solace in his work. One of the most painful moments for him was the death of his close friend, actor Steve McQueen, who passed away in 1980. The loss left Vaughn feeling isolated, a sense of emptiness that followed him through the years. In 2016, Vaughn was diagnosed with acute leukemia, and his health rapidly deteriorated. He passed away on November 11, 2016, just days before his 84th birthday. Patrick ONeal, born on September 26, 1927, starred as Elliot Markham in the 1972 Columbo episode, Blueprint for Murder. ONeal's portrayal of the cold and calculating architect who kills for financial gain made him a perfect foil for Columbo's investigation. ONeal had a distinguished career in both film and television, with key roles in The OC and The Out-of-Towners. His personal life was filled with struggles, particularly concerning his marriage to actress and model Cynthia Stone. Their divorce was highly publicized, and they shared 1 child, the actress Tessa ONeal. Despite his career achievements, ONeal was haunted by the loss of his dear friend. The grief from this and the weight of ONeal's own health issues weighed heavily on him. After years of battling lung cancer and tuberculosis, Patrick ONeal passed away on September 9, 1994, at the age of 66, succumbing to respiratory failure. His death marked the end of a career and life filled with immense talent but shadowed by personal loss. Bernard Fox, born on May 11, 1927, is best known for playing the role of Detective Chief Superintendent William Dirk in the 1972 Columbo episode, Dagger of the Mind. Dirk, a meticulous and sophisticated detective from Scotland Yard, brought an air of British elegance and wit to the case alongside Columbo. Fox had a varied career in both film and television, with notable appearances in The Love Boat and Bewitched. In his personal life, Fox married Jacqueline Fox in 1953, and they had 2 children. However, his life was not without hardship. Bernard experienced the pain of losing friends, including his longtime colleague and friend, actor David Niven, who passed away in 1983, which affected Fox deeply. He also faced the personal tragedy of his daughter's health struggles, which caused emotional strain in his later years. Despite these challenges, Fox remained a beloved figure, both professionally and personally, until his death from heart failure on December 14, 2016, at the age of 89. What do you think about the deaths of the actors in Columbo, and who do you miss the most among them? Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to see the latest videos.